This model is based around the nationwide chain of properties with restaurants and room service. Other amenities such as a spa or whatever you may have at your properties can easily be added. Today we're going to be looking at working with a rolling forecast, but all the logic applies just the same to annual budgeting. You will also note some reporting on actuals in the system, and we can automatically generate financial statements using this data. The look and feel of the system, the fonts, the colours, the images, the layout, it's all entirely our choice. Everything you see today is fully customizable to your requirements. The best way to view the model is from right to left. We configure various parameters before keying in our forecast figures. These taken together enable us to create dashboard style reporting and other reports in whatever format you need month after month. You'll also see a couple of these message boxes where you can deliver information to your users. If we start with hotel details, we can see some information about each of our properties, as well as set forecast room rates for different markets and the various figures for food and beverage. These will be used in our forecasts. Figures such as the number of rooms enable KPIs on occupancy and the like, which you'll see shortly. Two things before we move on. You'll see many of these drop-downs throughout the system, in this case allowing us to choose a property, a year and a month. You'll also see these PDF and Excel icons in all the reports, allowing easy export of whatever it is that you're looking at. The calendar stores which days belong to which weeks of which months. Set once, these are then automatically applied to all of your reporting, removing the need to constantly readjust spreadsheets based on your day and week patterns. Let's now take a look at our forecasting process. Here we see the relevant days and weeks for this period from our calendar. We're looking at rooms booked to date, which we can here adjust manually. In production, we would usually import this data directly from your RMS. This screen shows your booked occupancy across your different market categories. With the addition of rooms revenue to date, we can automatically have a view of our average room rate. Other adjustments can also be made. The rooms data is then filtered through an adjustable double occupancy factor to give figures for sleepers. Finally, you can set the percentages of sleepers for your different markets that you expect to have meals, and adjust the forecast average spend if required. These figures, taken with the number of sleepers in turn taken from rooms, will automatically generate forecast revenue figures. So, with only basic information around rooms, the model will calculate a full forecast across each property based around some simple assumptions. It's worth noting that what-if scenarios are very simple. Take a copy of the rolling forecast, for example, and you can then change assumptions such as your meal percentages and immediately see the impact on your revenue, whether by property or across the business. With all of this data, we can then automatically generate reports. This screen is an example of a landing screen that you might give to your general managers. We have full security, meaning that you can create this report once, but if a given general manager only has access to his or her property, then they'll only see that property in this menu. And here is a different example, looking at revenue and profit split across the business and how this is changing over time. Hopefully these examples show how customizable and different the system can be depending on what you want in your business. When reporting, we have a variety of reports available. Reporting on actuals, you can drill down as far as you like. Any property or group of properties. Your forecast data can also be viewed down to individual account level, with different versions side by side, and graphical spark trends to show you how things are progressing across the year. As standard, we also include impact reports with the same expandable accounts where we can compare month on month or version against version, easily allowing you to see the variance between two. Finally, anywhere throughout the system, we can drill through to your transactions. So perhaps your general manager is curious as to where this corporate contracted revenue came from in June. A simple click will allow him to bring up all the transactions which build up that number. That brings us to the end of our demo today. There is a lot more we could show you in terms of workflow and other reporting, but hopefully this has given you an idea of how we can streamline your budgeting, forecasting and reporting processes, add robustness, and make the whole process much more accessible and user-friendly. Thanks very much for your time. If you have any further questions or would like to see a more in-depth demonstration, please don't hesitate to get in touch.